What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and it's time for the long-awaited Gen 9 design ranking for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're going to be ranking all of the brand new Pokemon from S to F tier, and I know a lot of people have been asking, so here it is. And of course, guys, you're new to the channel, enjoy these types of videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. So we're just going to start from whatever the first one is. I'm not sure why the Tinka line is first, but we got the first one right here, and honestly, I think this thing is a little bit gross. I think it's a little bit ugly. Not a big fan of the baby, but when we get Tinka Tough, I think that's a B tier. I think that's solid. And then Tinka Ton, not gonna lie, guys, I think Tinka Ton with the lore behind it with Corviknight, that's sort of an S tier Pokemon. I really think I love Tinka Ton. I wish the Pokemon was better competitively. However, that is a phenomenal design Pokemon, so I'm a big fan. Now, Cadet, I will probably mess up some of these names. Sure, you'll help me remember the correct names in the comment section below. But Cadet, I'm a big fan. That's A tier. And Armarouge, S tier. Searledge, S tier. They're both absolutely phenomenal Pokemon. If I had to actually put them in order, probably Searledge, Armarouge, and Tinkaton there. Toad's cool. Honestly, B tier. That's a B tier Pokemon. Same with Toad's Cruel. Honestly, both of them, they're great. I think they're great Pokemon. B tier seems to fit well. I'm a big fan of them, but I feel like they could have done more. Obviously, it's still just Tentacruel and Tentacruel, but just standing. But I do like that idea of the Squidward Pokemon design. King Ambit, that is 100% an S tier. And I'm actually going to put that beyond Armarouge. I'm such a big fan. Clodsire, I think Clodsire is A tier. I'm a big fan. I think it does have that Quagsire vibe to it, but it's so, I don't know, it really fits the design better of what a Quagsire would be in my head, and I just like Clodsire a lot more than Quagsire. I mean, Clodsire has the memes going for it too. I just think it could have been a little bit more unique, so which is why I'm not putting it in the S tier. Annihilate, my favorite Pokemon. Pretty much my favorite Pokemon of the gen. It is a legendary design. He got so angry he died. He broke his limit breaks. Literally, this is the most anime Pokemon in the game. Annihilate is a legend. Let's go. I really hope Ash gets his Primeape or something and becomes Annihilate in the last few episodes, because that would be really sick. All right, so we got our Weed Cat here. Weed Cat's like a solid B. It's a solid B tier. I don't really want to order this tier. It's solid B. Then what? Florgato or whatever. That's A tier. That's A tier. And I think Meowscarada is also A tier. Honestly, like, really solid design. I think it'll be a little bit better, but, you know, they're not bad for sure. I mean, they're really great, obviously. I put them in A tier, but they just don't have that extra spice to me to put them in that S tier. Fuecoco, I'm not gonna lie, that's an S tier. I think this is the cutest little dude. I think that's a cute little dude, man. I'm a big fan. Okay, I'm gonna be real here though. I forgot the name of this dude. It's like Charloco, whatever, Crocolock or whatever. This thing's D tier. This thing sucks. I am not a fan. I am just straight up not a fan of this at all. You know, and I've realized I'm probably gonna have to reorganize this list as we go, because there's too much in S tier right now. So I'm probably gonna bump down some things. Skellydirge. I love Skellydirge. I think this design is phenomenal. This design has so many themes going for it, like the fact that it's a bird Pokemon that is like, you know, a bird and crocodile in real life have this symbiotic relationship, and the fact that the bird is a soul that came to life and it's singing with the bird. There's just so much going on. Skellydirge is an instrument. Like, there's too much going on. There's too much going on. I love it. I think this is the best of the three starters by far, just because the amount of themes and references in it is absolutely phenomenal. Very happy with the typing too, and I'm glad it's not bipedal. Quaxley is honestly, Quaxley's A tier. Quaxley's definitely an A tier, man. And I think Tinkaton is finally going to drop down to A tier too, just looking at this list. Quaxley, C, it's whatever. And honestly, C tier. I'm just not a big fan of the Quaxley line. I think it went in a route that I wasn't a big fan of. It sort of ends up being the worst of the three for me personally. Okay, Lechonk is honestly solid B tier. Like, It's a funny Pokemon. It's definitely a funny Pokemon for sure. Oinkologne, they're like, I wish it was a little bit better. They're literally like, LeChalk is a meme, so he gets to be B tier. But, the Oinkolognes are like, they're so whatever. I don't think they're like bad, but I wish the gender differences were a little bit bigger. Okay, the Dunsparce, so I think this is 3 segmented or 2 segmented. I can't really tell the difference between them. I mean, obviously gonna be freaking S tier because I love the Dunsparce. And I'm gonna assume this is 2 segmented, which is gonna be low A. The 3 segments actually add so much more, and unfortunately I still don't have one in the game, but I think it's S tier. Honestly, probably like, if I have to be a little bit realistic about it, I'll put it like a low S. I just think they nailed it, and I am a little bit biased. I do have a Dunsparce plush, so. This little guy, C tier. Spitops, really low. Almost an F tier. Spitops, I think, is just an abysmal design. I wish they had something cooler. Also wish it wasn't Mono Bug. It's a little bit disappointing. Nimble's like B tier. I actually like Nimble quite a bit. I think that's a really cool Pokemon. And Low Kicks is definitely A tier. Low Kicks is like high A tier. That's a badass design. I'm definitely a big fan of that guy. That is pretty sick. A Roller or whatever his name. C tier. It's solid. I like the idea, but it's like, it's very too on the nose. And Rabscar or whatever his name is, I think it's sort of D tier. I just don't like it. I think it missed the ball. I think it should have been Bug Ground and not Bug Psychic. Like, Bug Psychic, I don't know. I just didn't like that. It's not a big fan. All right, so we got Greavard, and Greavard is honestly low B tier. Houndstone also low B. They're all right. I mean, like, they're good. I like the idea, the lore behind them. It just never really hit me where the other Pokemon should have. You know, I think like they should have been better. Fiddle, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I freaking love Fiddle. I actually love Fiddle a lot. It's gonna be high B. I think this thing is awesome. And Espera is also high B, maybe low A, but it's a cool design. I like it a lot. I wish the shiny was a little bit better. Really cool exclusive move on it. I just wish it was a better Pokemon, but I like the design. B's very good for it. Farigiraf is a low A. I like the idea, the evolution behind it. It's really solid. I wish we got a little bit more, but you know, I am happy with what we got for sure. Wiglet's like C tier, and same with Wugtrio. I mean, it's literally like the same Pokemon, but I just think it's worse than what we saw with Toedscruel line. Because at least this is like funny. This is just like, oh, they're just eels and they're literally doing the same thing, but they're longer. I think that's a little bit boring, honestly. Dondozo, I think is like a D tier design. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it's a really great, awesome competitive Pokemon, but design wise, it really does nothing for me. I'm just not a big fan. Velzua is C tier. It just really feels like one of those, oh, we need like a Barracuda Pokemon, but we also have Barraskewda in the game, and Barraskewda is just better. Also, same type as Bruxish. I don't know. This Pokemon doesn't have a unique identity. I think it really falls flat. Finizen and Palafin. Ooh, so Finizen, honestly, Finizen is like, the design is pretty weak, but I love dolphins, so it's B tier. Palafin is also going to be B tier. I mean, they literally are the freaking same Pokemon. Hero Mode is a high B. High B for me. I like it. I like the All Might. I just wish you could like use this Pokemon as is instead of being a form change. I think that's a little bit disappointing. Smoliv is B tier. I'm a fan of Smoliv. I don't know where to put this thing. I mean, honestly, at this point, like, I think the tiers are mostly just in zones now instead of being exact order. Dolliv, Doliv's another B tier. I actually like the design of Dolliv a lot too. I do not like the final form though. I think the final form is actually a pretty big miss personally. So Caspakid, Scovillain, just not a fan. Not a big fan of these. Really, they are really just, I think it's a miss for our first Fire Grass Pokemon, honestly. All right, so we got the Tadpole guy here. Oh, how about C tier. Bellybolt though, Bellybolt I'm feeling B tier as well. Bellybolt's cool. He's a cool guy. I do think the design could have been a little bit more unique. It does have an awesome shiny, but I like the jolly vibes of him for sure. I just was a little bit more unique. Oh god, we got the freaking engine Pokemon. I think these are complete. I think these guys are misses. I think these guys are big misses. I want to say they're F tier, but I really think the fact that they're so cool in the Team Star fight and they're so lame when we actually catch them really hurt these Pokemon, because the potential that we could have had with them was really high. Also wish they just weren't like engines for cars, which can be like used in motorcycles or boats and trains. I really think like this should have been more of a Rotom. So I think it is a design miss. Orthworm, I'm actually a big fan. I think Orthworm is definitely like a B tier Pokemon. I think it's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's a Wiggler. So Tandemouse and Household and Housemold or whatever. Mousehold, not Household. But that is the pun. Honestly, they're like, I mean, they're just a family of mice, and all of them are going to be the same. Cetoddle is really gross to me. I think he's gross, so he's D tier. But Titan's badass, and he's actually A tier. Somewhere up there. And Frigibax is honestly D tier. But Arctibax is so sick. I'm actually going to put this guy in A tier. I mean, S tier. Arctibax is definitely the best of the line. And Braxcalibur is like high A. I just think like I wish he was more Godzilla looking. I don't know. Like I feel like Arctibax and nails that look a little bit better. And I'm not a fan of like the claws he has. I feel like the claws should have been maybe bigger. They're just, I don't know, they're just there. But I do appreciate the design though. Like those are minor nitpicks. I do love the design in general. Unique ability, which is really awesome. And a unique signature attack is very cool. We got all the Sushimons. So Tatsuguri is like, I think it's B tier. I think this gen's actually really good overall. And a lot of things are falling to that B tier, which is honestly really high for this gen. Tatsuguri is cool. I think all three colors are nice. I think it's a cool gimmick with Dondozo. Cyclizar is like mid B. I mean, it's solid. I like the Pokemon a lot. I like its shed tail ability. I think that move, that's really cool. I don't know. It's a jolly motorcycle guy. He's a friend. He's definitely a friend. Pawmi is like super C tier. Pawmont and Pawmo or whatever. Yeah, they're D tier. I just do not like these guys that much. I think they're a miss. Pawmi is cute. I just don't like, he just stood up. It's very lame to me. Watchroll is cool. And Kilowattrel, I mean, yeah, they're just birds. They're just big birds to me. I mean, I actually would put Wattrel higher than Kilowattrel. I think Kilowattrel just loses that cuteness, and I think it sort of misses the design point. Bombardier is so D tier. I don't think anything's necessarily F tier, but maybe we'll get there. Oh, Squawkabilly, honestly, F tier. There we go. Never mind. I think this Pokemon is so lame. It just feels like a dex filler. I wish it was better. I don't know. Flamigo. You know what? It's just a flamingo, and I like flamingos, and that's average. That's okay. It's a very safe thing, and I'm fine with that. Cloth? Cloth is C tier. I wish Cloth they did a little bit more with too, but I am happy that he is a Titan in the story. All right, now we got the Salt Boys. So Salt Boy number 1. I think Salt Boy number 1 is an A tier design. I think he's huge. I think it's awesome. I think he's sick. And then I think the Salt Boys get worse. And I think they actually just considerably get worse and worse. I mean, we got the Minecraft block into the Minecraft pig into like just Mr. Minecraft. I just think this last form is like not great. He's almost D tier to me, honestly. Glimlit, C tier is like all right. His evolved form though is actually pretty cool. I think it's like goes in that B tier. Shroodle. We got our little Shrew friend, and Shrew friend's probably like a C tier. Graphite is easily an A tier Pokemon. I think it's a sick Pokemon, honestly. Fido, B tier. Definitely B tier. Cute dog. Dachshund, C tier. I felt like it should have done more with his evolution instead of being just cooked bread. And then the Master Boss line. Like, just regular. They're just dogs to me. I don't know. There's nothing crazy about these dogs. Yeah, it's just tumbleweed. I don't know. There's a lot of Pokemon that are just like, yeah, it's just that, and is a Pokemon now. Okay, Gimmighoul line. I'm gonna say Golden Goo. This is controversial. I'm gonna say he's B tier. Actually, I'm gonna say they're all B tier. just because I think I like the concept behind them, and this is so freaking wacky, but the typing's so good, and it's so wacky, it's actually enjoyable. Okay, now the Paradox Pokemon. All right, A tier, easy A tier for Paradox. Donphan here for a Great Tusk, absolutely great. Brute Bonnet, C tier. It's missing out. It's definitely missing out. Sandy Shocks, I actually think is another A tier, maybe almost an S tier design too. I just love the dinosaur tail. Screamtail, C. Fluttermane is C. It's like the same Pokemon for the most part here. Slitherwing's honestly S tier. Slitherwing's sick. This Pokemon, badass as all hell. I love Volcarona, and I think this is a very cool rendition of Volcarona. Roaring Moon, another S tier. Absolute badass. This is the Salamence we already deserved. Now, Iron Treads is like C tier. I almost think it's D tier. I'm actually going to put it D tier. I think this thing just was a total miss on the Donphan. I just think it was not cool. Iron Moth is B tier just because it's literally just Volcarona. I just wish they did a little bit more unique stuff with it. I wish the shiny was a little bit better too. Iron Hands is... It's just Hariyama, but metal. It's not that great. Same with Hydreigon. Like, Iron Jugulus, like, it's just the same. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it being literally just the same unless the Pokemon, like, looks so much better. Like, at least Iron Moth, like, I feel like really fits the theme well. But these other guys are just like, oh, they just made them robotic. Iron Thorns, design-wise, yeah, I'll probably put in B tier as well. I think metaled Godzilla is a cool concept. Iron Bundle, I actually love this thing so much. I mean, I know it's just Delibird, but the fact that it's Delibird and it's like, it looks badass, and I love the animation on it, I'll put that in A tier. Iron Valiant's definitely an S tier Pokemon. That thing is badass as all hell. That thing is very cool. And now, I forgot the names of these guys, but I'm going to put the deer, probably like B tier. It's a cool concept. It's a cool concept. A tier for, I think, Chin Pao. The snail is honestly A tier as well. And I'm putting the fish in S tier. I love this fish. I think the fish is very cute. And then Koraidon, Miraidon. I actually think Koraidon is S tier. And I think Miraidon is A tier, like high A tier. Koraidon just, I think, is just a perfect cute balance between cute legendary and badass legendary. While I don't think Miraidon has that cuteness, it does have that badass factor it, but it really misses out on that cuteness, which is what makes Koraidon so much more cooler than Miraidon, in my opinion. Well, there's our full tier list for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and all the designs. The only really terrible Pokemon is Squawkabilly, in my opinion. Everything else, you know, we got a lot of things in the B and C range, but there is a more S and A than D and F. So overall, I think Gen 9 is a really good gen. And definitely let me know in the comment section below if you agree or disagree with me on any of these. And of course, feel free to make your own tier list as well and let me know. You can let me know in the Discord server. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, enjoy these types of videos, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.